If you close your eyes.
In this video, we're going to be talking about 4 extra sections inside of the Insert tab of PowerPoint 2016, and this includes shapes under the Illustration section, video, audio, and screen recording under the Media section. So, a shape inside of PowerPoint 2016 is very similar to adding a picture in, except instead of having an image that already has a predefined resolution, you're actually just selecting one of these shapes, and you can scale it immediately to any size you want. No matter how high you scale it up, it's still going to look exactly the same, and it won't get distorted in any way. Now, by having these shapes generated by PowerPoint 2016 on the fly, you're able to edit them in different ways while you're working within the program. For instance, if you go up here to Edit Shape in the Insert Shape section of the Format Drawing Tools tab, you can edit the points on this shape and actually manipulate it so that you take the original shape and turn it into anything you want. If you've ever used the Pen tool of a program like Photoshop or GIMP, it's actually very similar to that, in that all of these points are actually creating the shape on the fly. Now, beyond just customizing the points, you can also change the background color very easily over here in Shape Styles, selecting one of the options. If you look at the different pages of styles, you'll find other options here as well, such as being able to change the outline color of the shape, being able to take the inside background color and make it much more subtle, or removing the background altogether and making it only an outline. Of course, just like word art text, you can also customize the background color to whatever you want with Shape Fill, change the outline color or remove the outline altogether, and add a shape effect such as a glow, a reflection, or a shadow to the object. It's also possible to include word art or text inside of these different shapes, to arrange them like any other object within a PowerPoint 2016 presentation, and to customize the size using a text box rather than dragging and dropping on the corners of the shape. Now we're going to talk about including a video file inside of your PowerPoint presentation. While normal PowerPoints are just about presenting a slideshow, you could include a video inside of one of your slides if you want to play a clip when you get to a certain point. So by clicking on the video drop-down menu, you have 2 options. One is to use a video on your PC, and the other is to include an online video, such as one from YouTube. So if you choose to include a video from online, you have 2 options. One is to search YouTube right here, and the other is simply to include an embed code. And you can also find embed codes on sites like YouTube, but other video sites do include embed codes as well. When you search for a video on your PC, you're simply selecting from all the different documents and files you have on your computer. Typical video formats would include something like AVI or MP4. Including audio inside of your PowerPoint presentation is very similar to including video, except when you click here, you don't actually have the option to include directly from an online source. You're given audio on my PC and record audio. If you choose a file from your PC, it would just include it over here where you would have a sound effect you can click on during the PowerPoint presentation. If you do include any audio files, you're given a wide variety of different options here, such as the ability to add a specific bookmark at a point in the clip that you can easily jump to just by clicking, the ability to trim audio if you don't want to be playing the entire length of the clip, only a certain portion, to add a fade in or fade out effect where the audio will gradually get louder or lower at the start or end of your video, controlling the volume setting, and perhaps most importantly, the settings for determining whether the audio is going to play when it hits the slide or when you click on the play button right here. If you want it to play automatically, you would just click on this drop-down menu for Start and choose Automatically. You could also play it across all slides if you have background music and you want it to keep going as you transition from one slide into the next. Looping a sound effect or music means that it will not stop until you actually go back here and hit the pause or stop button. And if you do want this little audio button to not show, then you simply need to check Hide During Show, and the icon will not be visible during the slide. Rewind after playing is pretty self-explanatory. Once the file finishes playing, it's going to jump the audio back to 0 seconds and 0 milliseconds. Now, if you don't want to play around with all these settings, and maybe you just want it to be automatic, Hide During Show, to loop until stopped because you're going for that background music kind of play, all you need to do is actually hit play in background over here, and it will automatically check play across slides, loop until stopped, hide during the show, and automatic start. For the video options, you also have the option of having it start automatically when it reaches the slide where the video file is on, hide while not playing, and rewind after playing. You can see that with this video I'm pulling in from YouTube, that you don't have the option of adding bookmarks and trimming videos, and that's just a limitation of YouTube. But if you actually use a video that you have downloaded on your computer or a network hard drive, you can add bookmarks, trim the video, and actually add a fade in or fade out effect. Lastly, back here on the Insert Media section, we're going to go to Screen Recording. So when I hit Screen Recording, it brings up this option to actually do a screencast, much like we're doing right here with these tutorial series, except just to note, I'm using Open Broadcaster software, not PowerPoint 2016 in order to do this. However, you could use this effect to record anything you wanted to actually show people on your computer. For instance, if you were doing a tutorial, this would be an option to do that. If you don't want to record the entire screen, then you would simply use Select Area. And then once you have that area selected, you can go ahead and hit record and it will start recording. If you don't want audio enabled, you would simply uncheck the microphone right here. And if you want to hide the pointer, you would simply uncheck record pointer here. But we do want those enabled, so I'll go ahead and hit record to kind of demonstrate this. So you see it has a 3-second countdown, and at this point it is recording a file. Let's go ahead and stop the recording now. And you'll notice that when we actually stop the recording, that what it does is it takes that brand new video file and actually includes it as part of our PowerPoint presentation. I'm sure you could already see how this could be a very useful tool for teaching people about different things, which is largely what PowerPoints are actually used for. Classroom presentations, corporate presentations, educating people. So the fact you have the screen capture feature here, really cool, and I do approve of that. Now, if you want to take this video file and actually save it permanently outside the document, all you would need to do is right-click on it and go to Save Media As, choose a spot on your computer, and save it there as a video file. And just like any other video file saved on your computer, you have all the same functions over here, including add bookmark and trim video. So that's all for shapes, video, audio, and screen recording inside of PowerPoint 2016. I'll see you in the next video. But if you close your eyes